Hello, 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 hello. Okay, here we are. We are in the middle of a moon. Well, at the edge of a moon. For those of you that have never met me, I'm Donna. I am a body resonance healer, so I do embodiment work, um, and I'm a spiritual coach. So to help people open and transform and really help them move through those growth. I'm going to use spurts because we do have this way of having to spurt and move through them, right? So we're sprouting all the time. Anyway, I wanted to just come to you live with some of the essence of this moon energy that's happening right now. And I say happening right now, it's full and at its peak, coming up on Wednesday. However, if you've been watching before, you've come to sort of know, because I've shared, that the energy starts to move and really come into this fullness a couple days before, so that you really, in that day that it happened, you're really anchored in the fullness of it. So, what's coming up right now? First of all, the big headline that I put out where there was that it's life, purpose, passion. And what that means is there's this authentic joy that wants to start coming through you in a whole new way. And for those that are still struggling to find out what that is, reach out to me, comment below. And while you're watching this anyway, please hit subscribe. We're learning. I keep forgetting to ask to hit the subscribe button. But for those that are really struggling with the what's my purpose, reach out so we can help. I can help you move through some of that and just answer some of the questions. The truth, though, is when we come into something like this new moon energy, it's actually going to bring up some of the denseness that's still there, right? That's that imposter syndrome. That's those things that's like, oh my God, I'm afraid. You're still fearing something inside. So we're not actually able to come forward and be our true selves, right? So, in that, the energy wants to pull you down, except what's really inviting you to do is to go inward, to sit in that really soft, quiet space inside. If you're not used to doing that, it takes time, it takes energy, and it takes your attention, your willingness, and your intention to actually do that. The great thing about this particular energy is it's focus energy. So it's really having you come to this place of what's been going on in the last 6 months. And I say 6 months because it's been digging up more and really wanting us all, the collective, to come to that humanity within you, to come to that yearning inside of you to step out into more of your own gift to give the world, your own mission. We need to have something that's bigger than us so that it pulls us forward. And that comes with having to do inner work first. We're never done doing inner work. It's part of growth. If we want to be better versions and give a better humanity, help create a better humanity, excuse me, we need to do that inside of ourselves first. And that can be a struggle for a lot of people simply because we weren't taught it. We don't know where to start. We don't know which part. We're living in this anxiety and we're under this stress and we're confused about things. The beautiful part is there are ways, there are people like myself that teach it, that mentor you. So find someone. Um, so this energy, yes, it wants you to get past that imposter syndrome, which means you need to move through it. The only way is to move through it, right? To sort of like you would any first date. Let's use a first date as something. It's like, oh my God, you're so excited about it. And then it's like, oh God, if I got this right, then what am I going to say? It's like, hold on, just be so present. Go experience it, experience you in it. So when we do more of these things that we want, right? Um, right? If that's a different social group, even, you've got to go find one. You've got to go network within that. And that comes from just experiencing more of yourself. So there's no right or wrong. We just need to keep coming back into what is it that we want, right? So it'll kind of get you, this energy will kind of get you back in the ring because it wants you to. It wants you to be in the joy of life, right? We're here to experience, we're here to be pulled in different directions. And yet, in that pulling, what we're really doing is we want to balancing the power, that power that actually resides within us. We know that there's power outside that wants to think it's power, right? When it's actually a force that's underlying it. However, when you come into that power within yourself in that quiet space and you take off the mask, right? COVID was fun for that. When we take up that off that mask of mimicking others, of imposter syndrome, of trying to be authentic, and just be authentic and learn how to get past that life's happening to me, that it's actually happening by me. It's actually happening through me. And at a greater space, it sort of is you, right? And that takes time to move through those consciousness awareness patterns and these cycles that we're going through. So own it. This moon wants you to own it. Own wherever you are. Except that where you are is actually where you're going, because where you are is simply a part of the history you've been living, right? Except we need to help move the energy forward. So that's where we work on mindset stuff, right? We work on how do we, right? We work on our emotions. Our emotions need to be moving. So there's renewal time in this moon. There's this recharging our batteries. There's this I need a positive, I need a negative. Those two things, we need them both. We need the chaos, we need the calm. That's what sparks the new part of life so that we're outgrowing these old patterns, right? It's just what do you want? What do you want? So when we come to something that's bigger than us, then we're able to move into that direction. So wherever you are, this is a beautiful time to commit to something that's bigger than you, to commit to your life purpose passion, so that that passion is what continues to fuel it and ignite it. And to find those networks, those people, right? Those humans that are doing it different than you, right? That are there to help move you forward, that are there to help you find your authenticity. And I say find it to truly live that truly powerful self, right? So, whatever that is for you, you have a beautiful genius in you. You have a marvelous aspect of you. You have something that no one else has, which is why, for those of you that know me and have heard me say, I'm a fairy. Sometimes I forget that. And other times I'm like, God, I am that, right? So, it's just continuing to keep coming into that essence so that you're owning it. You're owning that in a space of how do I serve that to the greater good, to that mission that I have, that purpose that I want, that change that I want humanity to be. For me, it comes from really helping, and I say helping, but mentoring people who haven't been authentic, who have felt so pulled by imposter syndrome so far back that they haven't honored themselves. That was me. I didn't honor myself. I was so afraid of myself because I lived such a life of serving others. I thought I was serving others by doing things for others. And that energy was so not what true service is, right? So if you sit in this place of, I just don't know. I'm still in that struggle. I want to lead. I am a leader. I maybe have a leader position, a management role, whether that's in your own family as a mother. That could be you actually have a title, right? And you're managing people. Except if we don't lead ourselves in this courageous way and really tune into what that is, we truly can't lead other people. Right. So we are this energy, this vibration, this frequency that exists. For me, I feel it and I sense it, which makes me a pretty intuitive energy healer in many ways, and only in the way that I'm meant to. And it opens up that I get to be greater, right? But that's an intention that comes from me. If I want greater, if I just want to sit at this and do this all the time, that's okay. And that's part of it. It's just I want and need people like you so that you're in my sphere. So together we're up leveling where we are, right? We each are pulling each other up. And that comes from people that have done it, people that haven't. We learn. We need to learn how to learn. I think is probably the big thing, right? And we need to be open, to be curious, to know that we don't know. And this energy, it really just says, "Hey you. Hey goddess, God in the mirror. Hey brilliant one. I know that genius in you. I know you know it. I know you feel it. Let me help pull it out and gift it to the world." So, sending you so much love, so much light, so much laughter, so much fun. You have to play with this. Life is this playground. And to really experience what heaven on earth is, we need to step into that. So if you need some help with that, it's what I do. I'm honored if you feel you know what? Yeah, I want to talk to her. Reach out, either here at, on YouTube. I've left some details below. Do subscribe and also find me on Facebook, find me on Instagram, but I've left my email below too. So for those, right? Whatever your style is. Yeah. So sending you lots of love. Take care. Bye. Happy mooning. Happy mooning. Happy mooning. Oh my God. I just love it so much. So happy mooning.